February 2026 is shaping up to be a month full of surprises, and if you rely on your Social Security payments, you need to listen carefully. The Social Security Administration has just confirmed critical updates that could affect exactly when your check arrives and how much ends up in your account. Mark your calendars for February 10th, because that's the first date when millions of Americans will see a change that could either boost their payment or delay it unexpectedly. But here's the truth. This isn't just a routine update. Some recipients will see extra benefits, while others could face new processing changes they weren't expecting. What happens next will surprise you, and if you're not prepared, it could cost you money this month. Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what's happening, why it matters to you, and how to make sure you get every dollar you're entitled to. Now let's break down exactly what's happening in February 2026, why it matters, and what it means for you. The Social Security Administration has released its official schedule, and this month there are several changes that every recipient needs to know. First, let's talk dates. The very first payments are scheduled for February 10th. That's right, for those whose benefits are paid early in the month, your deposits could already start appearing in your bank accounts. But here's the catch. These early payments may include adjustments that you weren't expecting. Some recipients will see an increase, while others might notice a small delay. This is because the SSA is implementing new verification processes to ensure all payments are calculated correctly after the 2025 cost of living adjustments. Now, you might be asking, why is this happening? The answer is inflation and updated policies. In December 2025, the government finalized the COLA increase for Social Security and Supplemental Security income. For February 2026, this means payments are being adjusted upward by 4.2% on average. For example, if you were receiving $1,500 a month last year, you could see an increase of around $63. But it's not just about numbers, it's about timing and eligibility. The SSA is double-checking records, especially for those who are receiving multiple benefits like Social Security plus SSDI or SSI. This verification process ensures there are no overpayments, but it also means some checks could be held for a few days longer than usual. But here's the insider part most people don't know. Some recipients may actually see a one-time bonus payment. According to a memo circulating within Social Security offices, a small group of low-income seniors who haven't received the full 2025 COLA increase could get a corrective payment in February. That could be anywhere from $150 to $500 extra in one lump sum. Listen carefully, because not everyone qualifies, and it's based on income and past underpayments. If you fall into this category, your February deposit could surprise you in a very positive way. At the same time, there are updates on benefit delivery methods. Paper checks are being phased out faster than ever. By February, the SSA estimates that over 95% of recipients will receive their payments electronically. If you still rely on a paper check, make sure your address is current, because delays have already been reported in certain regions. Banks and postal services are preparing for a heavier load, and a misaddressed check could mean waiting days, or even weeks, longer than expected. That's why it's crucial to verify your information now. Let's talk specifics about Social Security disability insurance. February 2026 will be the first month that the SSA implements an updated schedule for SSDI payments for newly approved beneficiaries. Instead of receiving their first payment on the usual 15th of the month, some recipients could get it on the 12th or 13th. This adjustment is meant to streamline processing, but it can be confusing if you're expecting the traditional schedule. So if you're new to SSDI or helping someone else manage their benefits, pay close attention. Another critical detail involves supplemental security income, or SSI. The The federal SSI payment rate remains the same for most recipients, but February 2026 includes a special state supplement adjustment for certain states like California, New York, and Florida. This means residents of these states could see an increase ranging from $25 to $75, depending on their local rules. Before you get too excited, not all states have made the adjustment yet, and some are still pending legislative approval. This makes February 2026 a month of mixed updates, some positive, some requiring careful attention. Now, why does this all matter to you? Because timing and accuracy are everything. A few days difference in deposit or a small adjustment in your payment can affect your bills, your rent, or even your prescription coverage. For seniors living on a fixed income, these small changes can add up quickly. And the SSA knows this. That's why their notices are urging recipients to check online, verify bank details, and report any discrepancies immediately. They want to prevent overpayments and underpayments, but it also puts the responsibility on you to stay informed. Finally, here's the part that will keep you watching. The February 2026 updates could set the stage for changes later this year. Social Security is planning a series of system-wide improvements, including faster electronic deposits, automatic COLA recalculations, and more accurate reporting for those with multiple benefits. What happens in February will give a strong signal of how these changes will roll out in March and beyond. And if you miss one key step, like confirming your bank information or checking for state supplements, you might be left out of extra payments that others receive. So February 2026 isn't just another month. It's a preview of the new Social Security landscape, where timing, accuracy, and attention to detail will determine whether you get the full benefit you're entitled to. Now let's talk about what this really means for you. How February 2026's Social Security updates will affect your money, your benefits, and your plans for the month. If you receive a standard Social Security check, here's the first key point. The average monthly benefit is now $1,572 after the 4.2% cost of living adjustment. That's an increase of about $63 for most recipients. It might not sound like a huge amount, but for thousands of seniors, this could mean covering a utility bill, buying extra groceries, or even putting gas in your car without stress. But don't get too comfortable just yet, because timing is everything this month. For example, recipients who normally get payments on the 3rd of the month might see their deposits on February 10th instead. That delay could throw off a few planned payments. Rent, mortgage, or medical bills that are due at the start of the month could be impacted. But here's the upside. If your payment is held slightly longer, it may include adjustments or one-time bonus corrections that make your total deposit higher than usual. Imagine seeing an extra $150 to $500 suddenly appear in your bank account. That's money most people didn't expect, and it could cover an unexpected expense or add to your savings. Now, for those receiving Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, February is especially important. The federal rate remains the same for most people at $914 per month, but as I mentioned earlier, state supplements could add an extra $25 to $75 for residents in select states. If you live in California, New York, or Florida, this month's deposit might be higher than last month's. It's essential to check your state's payment schedule, because even a small addition like this can make a big difference when paying for medicine, groceries, or transportation. Social Security disability insurance recipients need to pay close attention as well. February 2026 is the first month that newly approved SSDI recipients could see their first payment earlier than usual, around February 12th or 13th, instead of the standard 15th. That's good news if you've been waiting for your first check, but it could create confusion if you're trying to coordinate bills. Here's a tip. Check your online Social Security account now and set alerts for deposits so you know exactly when the money hits. And here's something many seniors don't realize. Some Social Security recipients who had delayed payments in late 2025 may see a corrective catch-up payment included in February. For instance, if a payment was underpaid by $75 last year, the SSA is adding that amount automatically this month. Multiply that by tens of thousands of recipients, and you're looking at millions of dollars being deposited to help seniors cover bills. If you think you might be eligible for this, double-check your account online. Missing it could mean leaving money on the table. But before you get too excited, there's a warning. A few states are experiencing processing delays due to new verification rules. States like Texas, Ohio, and Michigan are seeing some checks arrive a few days later than expected. If you rely solely on paper checks, these delays could stretch up to a week. This is why the SSA is pushing everyone to use direct deposit, which is faster, safer, and ensures you get your money on time. If you haven't set it up yet, do it immediately. Even one day's delay can cause missed payments for bills or medication. Let's break this down with real examples. Take Mrs. Thompson in Florida. She receives $914 in federal SSI plus a $50 state supplement. In January 2026, her total payment was $964. In February, thanks to COLA adjustments and a minor state correction, she'll receive $1,027, a $63 increase. That extra money might not seem like much to some, but it covers her prescription copay and part of her grocery bill for the month. Now imagine hundreds of thousands of recipients experiencing similar boosts. These adjustments add up, and for many seniors living on fixed incomes, it makes February a critical month. Another example, Mr. Ramirez in California receives Social Security plus SSDI. His regular payment was $1,472. This month he'll see the COLA increase, plus a small catch-up payment of $100 from a late 2025 adjustment. His total deposit could be over $1,630, giving him extra money to handle unexpected medical bills. This is why February is different from any other month. Some seniors will get a small bonus, others may see delays, but almost everyone needs to stay informed. Now, what about taxes? Listen carefully. Social Security payments are generally not taxed for lower income seniors, but for February 2026, there's a new threshold for those who file jointly and earn additional income. If your combined income exceeds $44,000, a portion of your Social Security could be taxable. This is new, and many recipients might not realize it until they file their 2026 taxes. If you're in this category, you might see a slightly reduced net payment after taxes this month. Here's the truth about planning. February 2026 could determine how you manage the rest of the year. A small adjustment, delay, or bonus could affect everything from your grocery budget to your ability to pay for heating. That's why it's crucial to check your online Social Security account, verify your bank details, and be aware of the state supplement rules. Don't wait for a letter in the mail. It might come late, and the update could already have been applied to your payment. And for families helping seniors, this is especially important. If you manage someone else's benefits, make sure you know these key dates. February 10th, February 12th and 13th, and even mid-month adjustments could all affect how money is used for essentials like medication, utilities, and rent. Missing one of these updates could create unnecessary stress. Finally, here's something that's not widely known. The SSA is gradually rolling out a system to alert recipients of potential discrepancies before payments are deposited. That means in future months, seniors might get a notification if their payment is higher, lower, or delayed, giving them time to adjust. February 2026 is the first real test of this system, and it will affect tens of millions of recipients nationwide. Being proactive now ensures you don't get caught off guard. So here's the takeaway. February 2026 isn't just a regular payment month. It's a month of adjustments, potential bonus payments, state supplement updates, and a preview of new systems designed to make your Social Security experience smoother. Some of you will see extra money in your account. Others may face minor delays. The key is to stay informed, check your accounts, and mark these important dates on your calendar. Let's recap the key points. February 2026 brings new Social Security dates, potential bonus payments, COLA adjustments, and state supplement updates. The first payments could arrive as early as February 10th, with SSDI adjustments around the 12th or 13th. Some recipients will see extra money in their accounts, while others may face minor delays. Here's what you need to do right now. Check your online Social Security account, confirm your bank information, and mark these key dates on your calendar. If you live in a state with supplements, make sure you know your exact amount. Staying proactive ensures you get every dollar you're entitled to. Remember, February 2026 is not just another month. It's a chance to take control of your benefits, plan ahead, and make your payments work for you. Don't wait, act now, and make sure nothing slips through the cracks. Subscribe to stay informed, check updates as they happen, and make sure your Social Security benefits are always maximized. You've worked hard for this. Now let's make sure every dollar counts.